What is up, guys? Zane from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're gonna be what am I doing? I'm doing this backwards. It's Monday. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about how to contain the contain glitch out of a lot of defensive formations in the game. And honestly, I think this could save Madden 22 for the next 4 months. Let's get into it. Now's the good time to do it. What is up, guys? Dan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to contain the quarterback when your opponent is red route glitching or contain glitching. It doesn't necessarily have to be the red route glitch, but this is a great counter for that strategy as well. Now, just over the last weekend, I put out the simplest contain defense in the game. It's a formation that is aligned perfectly to do what we're going to teach here today. So if you guys want to take most of the work of adjusting that I'm going to show you in today's video out of it, then go over to Gridiron Game Plans and check out the best stock contain defense that you guys can find in the game. It's literally a formation. You just call it contain, you're good to go. But in today's video, I'm going to show you guys, for those of you that don't want to run that formation, how to scheme up your own contain defense and use the logic of the escape artist glitching, where they freeze those contains and get out wide against your opponent. So in order to do that, we have to basically break down what glitching a contain is. For those of you that this is going to irritate, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. There is a solve coming in this video, so get over it. You have all the knowledge. What we're going to do first here is I'm going to call something super meta. 3-3-5 wide. Everybody loves this formation. It is really, really easy to run. A lot of players love to get contain pressure out of it, but again, the issue is they can glitch the contains, right? So I'm going to call something like 3 Sam Will Blitz. Just something real simple. We're rushing 5, QB containing, and I'm going to show you guys how somebody would glitch with a contain. And what that is they send 5 players out on routes. So the running back, both tight ends, both receivers run routes. Then what they do is they decide what side they want to roll out to. So if I want to scramble to the right side with my quarterback, I'm going to slide protect left. So what that's going to do is that's going to tell your 5 offensive linemen, go to the left side, and we'll let that guy come off the right side. Now, what they do after that is they say, okay, they're rushing 5, I'm blocking 5. So I want to make sure that I take my offensive tackle and have him double team somebody. So I'm already slide protecting to the left side. I'm going to double team the furthest right rusher that I actually want to block. So we double team the defensive end. And that's going to bring in the contain off the edge, which allows us to make him freeze and escape outside, and then just throw or scramble, whichever we want to do. So players have been living on this strategy for basically the last 2.5 months. And on top of that, they're mixing in the red route glitch, which makes all the zones on the field chase the quarterback. Why EA hasn't fixed this or changed the AP balance on the escape artist, I don't know. I think they're lost. Honestly, I think that it's more so about golden ticket season than it is saving the way their game plays. But that's why guys like myself exist, to help you guys understand why this stuff is happening to you and how to get around it. So don't worry, the solve is coming more momentarily. Thank you for checking out this free content over here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. If you guys are enjoying this content, make sure that you guys also check out my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we go over the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counteract those metas when you face them in online gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every game plan on the site all year long for just the low price of $9.95 a month. And you guys get access to our Discord channel, where we have members of the Gridiron Game Plans community chatting daily, helping each other get better at the game. And this also includes a lab session every single Wednesday night on the channel. So make sure you guys get over to the website. If you guys are looking for the best escape artist defense in the community, you have to look no further. gridirongameplans.gg. Now back to the video. So again, the issue with this is that we are able to make the tackle double team somebody on the rollout side. And what you have to do from a defensive mindset is flip that logic on its head. Okay, so what are they doing? They're making their tackle do something dumb on purpose by blocking down on a player. So let's set up that exact same defense again. I'm just going to contain a little 5-man rush. The previous example, we got our offensive tackle, number 78, to block down on the defensive end that is in the B gap, number 57 in this example. And what this did is it invited the contain free off the edge because that command was possible. So the presence of that player in the B gap made this glitch possible. And then they were able to roll out, make the contain freeze, scoot around him, and turn up the sideline. So if we know that this whole glitch is predicated off of pinching down on an interior lineman, what we can do is to contain and then take those players that they are going to double team and dropping them into coverage. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my defensive ends and I'm going to put them in zones. You put them in vert hooks, you can put them in flats, just depends on the coverage you're in. And then from there, if our opponent decides to do this exact same strategy, they're going to slide protect to the left to roll right. They're going to double team this guy. Because the guy that we've chosen to double team, Connolly, is in a zone, the offensive tackle is going to turn to look at him, double team him, realize that he is dropping in coverage, therefore he is not needed on the double team, and he's going to return back to his original assignment, which was the contain. Now, let me show you what that looks like. So once again, I slide protect left, I double team on Connolly, and we go to do this, and you see that he returns, and then we get perfect contain leverage. And I was unable to beat Danielle Hunter to the edge. Now, keep in mind, Lamar Jackson is 96 speed, 96 excel. Danielle Hunter is almost 90 speed, and I believe he's almost 90 excel. So you're giving up in the range of 6 speed, 6 excel. If you can contain Lamar and regs, you can contain anybody in Madden Ultimate Team. Again, I'll say that. If you can contain Lamar in regs, you can contain any quarterback in the game in MUT. There are pass rushers throughout the game in MUT. Lawrence Taylor just dropped. He's insanely fast. You don't really need elite pass rushers to contain. There's coverage linebackers that are insanely fast. Put somebody fast in this contain and use this strategy. Now, let me show this to the other side. On the other side, we have Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr is in the mid 80s, I would say honestly, he's like 85 speed, somewhere around 90 excel. So he's almost 10 speed slower and like 6 or 7 speed acceleration slower. So let's say that we wanted to glitch him as a contain. So in this example, I'm gonna slide protect to the right and double team on this player. Using that same strategy, what we are going to do is, again, we could drop those players in coverage and QB contain. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna make the tackle block down on that player, realize he's not rushing, and then recover back to the contain. So we do this, and you see that he does the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Now, rolling against your arm strength is actually harder to do than rolling to your arm strength. So let me show that to you again. With this particular defensive strategy, we are going to slide protect right, double team, and make sure that we send 5 out. So again, slide protect right, double team on this player, and send 5 out. Now, if you want to, in the 3-3-5 wide, you can actually pinch your linebacker or spread your linebackers, and that's going to widen them out on their contains. Again, you want to make sure that the player that they're double teaming is in a zone of some sort. So when we go to do this here, we go to scramble, that guy recovers. Look at that screamer right off the edge. I mean, it's literally so good. I tried to hike and haul against this, it won't work. Again, I spread my linebackers, QB contain. I can put these guys into a zone. In this example, I'm just going to Mabel both sides. Why not? And we'll cover the middle on our own. So again, we send 5 out, slide protect, double team here. And you see in this example, we were able to glitch him. Now, don't worry. This is why I'm saying most defenses. So the 3-3-5 wide in that example, they were able to glitch that left side. Now, let's apply this logic to something else, because again, this is all about understanding who the player they are double teaming is and getting him on a drop assignment, which makes the tackle retarget back to the outside. So what we're going to do now is apply this to something like my favorite, which is the 2-3-6. 2-3-6 is awesome, just truly awesome. What I typically face when I'm facing this logic is my opponents love to glitch the contains and roll out on them. And the reason I kind of figured this out is I noticed when I was watching some old tape back of me running the 2-3-6 that there was a lot of times that they tried to roll out to the right, but their whole effort was thwarted by the fact that my contain was good. But I realized that a lot of times I was spying my interior rusher right next to him. And that was the player more often than not that they were double teaming. So let's apply this to maybe a rollout meta, something like Z-Spot. In this example, I'm going to put the ball on the hash, and we're going to try to roll out to the right and throw a ball to a corner route. So for this particular example, we go 5 out, streak, corner, flat combo. Maybe send the running back on a wheel, dig from the backside, you know, something. We see stuff like this all the time, right? So in the 2-3-6, one thing I constantly do, and I'm not sure who this is, Vigil, he's pretty slow, so he might get still beat by Lamar regardless, but we'll put a faster player in. And I'll go ahead and set up my coverage here. And, you know, in this situation, if they were to slide protect to the left, double team here, they're trying to glitch that contain off the right edge. But you see that he keeps good leverage. It's for the same reason, for the same exact reason. So this is why the 2-3-6 is so good at what it does. Now, again, this can be applied to a lot of different formations. So one thing a lot of players do against 2-3-6, because it's dime personnel, is they like to return back to something ace, because they know that ace can weak box dime. So let's go back into the ace again. Something like wing stack, which is what we started the video in. And a lot of times I go into the nickel 2-4-5. And when they do this, what they're doing is, you know, traditionally in the nickel 2-4-5, I kind of set it up like this. And, you know, with this particular tactic, I would spy this guy, right? So what they're going to do is they're going to try to slide protect left, double team him, and that tackle's going to pinch down. And then you see how he gets this angle. Now, this is why I'm saying most formations. Unfortunately, the nickel 2-4-5, I don't know. There's something weird about how it behaves. I think it's that I don't really get the defensive end wide enough, or the outside linebacker wide enough. You can base a line and then pinch your defensive line, spread your linebackers. That might help a little bit. But, you know, again, with this particular tactic, I just noticed that sometimes it can be a little bit inconsistent. You see right here, actually that time he did a good job, but I was still able to get outside. So the key is making it so you basically have to run it such that the player that is being double teamed is a little bit closer to the tackle. That is really what it comes down to. Because they are double teaming, you see that the number 78 tries to slide so far inside, but by the time he realizes that he doesn't need to double team anybody, he recovers, and that contain is already pursuing to the inside. And that's one of the biggest weaknesses of contains in this game, is that when they're unblocked, they actually compress down towards the middle and then take a terrible angle, which is what you see right here in us being able to get outside. You see that Daniel Hunter, a guy that really succeeded in chasing down the quarterback in the 3-3-5 to start the video, he was struggling in this regard. And that's because the defensive tackle was too tight. Not the fact that he was, you know, too wide or too narrow, right? So let's go ahead in this example and maybe we spread our players. And the reason you might do that would be because if we drop this guy into a spy and they want to roll right, what they're going to do is they're going to double this guy. Well, that tackle's right next to him, right? So in this example, he says, oh, I'm not needed. And then he's in a perfect spot. So it's kind of counterintuitive, right? You want the player that they're double teaming closer to the edge or to not exist at all. Not really be in a compressed alignment where they're like lined up in the A gap or over a guard or shaded into maybe you know, like a 3 technique in the B gap. You actually want them out wide. You know, that's the key. If you're going to have interior defensive linemen, keep them wide. You don't want them compressed down into what would be called a 1 technique or an A gap, you know, a shade nose tackle. Get them wide, And what that's going to do is that's going to make your opponent's job so much tougher, So let's show another example. If I contain here on defense and I know that they want to roll left, for instance, I would spy this guy, right? And now in this example, this is Everson Griffin, so I don't know how good he'll do. But, you know, in this example, we slide protect right, double team here. You see that recovery. Yeah, honestly, if we had a faster player, that's an easy click on. That's a very easy click on dive tackle. Very. So now I know this video is getting a little long, but let's apply this to something else, something I've literally never run, just to kind of show you basically what you need to do. So I'm going to choose, let's see here, something I don't run. Let's see. Would not recommend a 4-down lineman set with an edge rusher outside. Let's go 3-4 bear. 3-4 bear. So, and actually this is something I have run, but let's use this. So in this situation, 3-4 bear is a great under center run defense, but kind of following what we've been talking about, you have, unfortunately, too narrow of defensive linemen. So if I were to even drop these guys in coverage, there's a chance this tip might still work, right? There's a chance. But if we were to slide protect and double team here, I was talking about those B gap rushers. There's a good chance that he's going to pinch down. Yeah, and you see that I'm going to be able to get outside. So again, kind of noticing that if the player that they're double team is pinched into the B gap in a 3 technique, then you're going to end up being in trouble. So all we really have to do to make this work much better, again, number 59 looked terrible in that last example. Maybe we go ahead and spread our defense completely. And what that's going to do is that's going to widen out these defensive tackles, well, technically defensive ends. And then we can go ahead and put them into coverage, which would then allow those contains, if they wanted to glitch those contains, they don't really have an option. So slide protect to the left, double team on Hunter. And you see right here that it's just a quick shove. And you see that Vigil does a much better job of keeping good contained because they can't double team a player that is in tight. Really what this comes down to, and I'm just going to leave it there, is if they're double teaming a player where the tackle slides way in, that's what creates the glitch. If they're double teaming a player that is lined up, you know, inside shade on the tackle, that tackle is going to slide down. Notice he's not rushing, and then just shove the contain right into your quarterback. And that is how you can make Nick Vigil sack Lamar Jackson in Madden 22. So there you guys have it. That is how you put the clamps on the escape artist under center. I put this out for free on YouTube, guys. I ask one thing. Hit that subscribe button, because I know this video helped everybody. I know it did. Thank you very much for supporting the channel this year, guys. This is something I could give back to you guys. You guys are awesome. Love y'all. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.